Hailey Davidson never expected to find herself at the center of a political storm around transgender athletes competing against women in elite sport. Why do you think people have such a big problem with you competing in women's golf in particular?
Funny enough, I for some reason people think by me playing, like, golf is going to be destroyed and it's going to end and there's going to be no more women's golf, and honestly, I don't understand it. I don't get what the fear of me, one person, is doing. I mean, this is all I've done my whole life. It's not like I magically picked up golf out of nowhere and it was like, oh, because I'm trans and I was born male, that I'm magically a good golfer.
The 31-year-old, who was the first male-born golfer to win a professional women's event, is speaking out exclusively after revealing she's received a number of death threats just days after winning this women's tournament. For a lot of people, because you were born a man, you clearly have an advantage. Do you accept that?
I don't. And the reason that's the case is a lot of people talk about these advantages and whatever it may be, and I understand where that's coming from. But the way I see it is a lot of people are getting their information from certain studies or whatever it may be. I personally wasn't involved in any of those studies, so I don't know why information from other people is then being used against me.
People tend to often point to studies, and those studies show that it is an undisputed fact that men are physically stronger than women.
Oh yeah, agreed. Going back even 4 years ago, or even before I had surgery, I definitely had an advantage. I would 100% agree with that. But the difference is, now the years have gone on, I'm 3 years after surgery, and my physical capabilities now compared to back then are night and day. You know, I always find it interesting when people with daughters are, oh, you're ruining my daughter's life. And it's like, well, why aren't you telling your daughter she can go conquer the world?
3 years on from her gender reassignment surgery, and Hailey's determined to keep going and hopes to one day qualify for the Scottish Open.
And at our club, I mean, I play with the women a lot. By the way, Pierce, the women are a lot more fun to play with than the men, but the conversation's much better. But they always ask, you know, say, hey, we've got a tournament coming up. Yeah, we've got a tournament coming up. You want to play with us? And, you know, when I'm there, I say, oh, well, that would be fun. But then I never show up. Why? Because it's just, honestly, I would never want to take a trophy away from one of the other. I love the ladies at our club. They're wonderful. I wouldn't want to I can outdrive them by 100 yards.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and yeah, and it's just my arms are longer. I'm 6'1". What I got left over is more than what most people ever had. And so it just wouldn't be fair.
What, have we lost our minds? I sat here and listened to every label imaginable. I am here to protect women, girls. My God, why do I have to apologize for that? We spent decades trying to protect women. And you know what? We won. We won. So I will not apologize now or ever for trying to protect my daughters and women in sports. And that's what this hearing was about. Protecting women. So you know what? I am a woman, and let me tell you, hear me roar, because I will not stop protecting women. You want to know why? Because we have rights too. Women have rights too.